So Hare Krishna, dear devotees, we just finished our prayers now, and these prayers are to our Guru Maharaj, to Srila Prabhupada, and to all the parampara. It is very important that we understand the importance of the parampara. We think that only those personalities who are in front of us, they are responsible for our spiritual progress. We forget the amount of efforts, prayers, and intensity which our previous acharyas in the parampara have given for us, have done for us. As time progresses, we forget them and we focus only on those who are in front of us, which is true, which is okay, but a true follower respects and is obligated to all the parampara acharyas. You see. Now, all of you requested me intensely. This is very uncomfortable, as I told you beforehand as well, for myself. I like to become and remain nobody. But somehow or other, today Guru Maharaj has given us a place where if this program continues further, even after my departure, then I will have to make sure that there is a proper system in place. And the system can be followed. That is why whatever we say is recorded, whatever I speak is recorded. This is called transparency. This is called honesty. So tomorrow anybody can listen to the class and say, but this was spoken before. Why are you stating like this? If somebody deviates, the leader deviates. Because our whole system is through Shiksha, so Bhagavad Gita. So as you hear, I heard from Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, this is how I spoke, and I prayed, and I teach. All of you listen to the same lectures. At the same time, when all of you, as we train all of you to be teachers and preachers, one day you will also become a Shiksha Guru for your followers. So you will have to train them nicely. As you train them nicely, as it is, then the parampara will be very satisfied without deviation. That is why we insist upon the quality of the message. That is the most important thing. The most important thing is the message without dilution. There is no question of misunderstanding. For the message, the philosophy should not be diluted. All of us. Okay. Now, all of you requested that you should want to celebrate my appearance day, birthday, appearance day. Well, it is your wish. Thank you very much for your kindness. And we are doing so today. Avinash Prabhu first wrote to me, they want to do so, So make it like this, So I want to understand this and make sure things are very clear about what we do, The thing is this, that as our preaching expands, all of you can hear me all right? Is it lagging? Is my voice lagging? Just speak up, please.
No problem.
It's all right. There's no lag.
No.
Okay, that's fine. So as our preaching expands, more devotees come. We would like to remain very humble servants of our previous acharyas, including Guru Maharaj. But there would be a chance where somebody would just come and say, okay, I'm your Guru now. And who appointed him to be a Guru? You can't appoint Gurus. Okay, we among five of us will make you a Guru. This is not the way it is to be done. A person who is preaching from zero level, the philosophy as it is, without deviation, ultimately he becomes a guru by Shiksha. This is Shastra Vidhan. So we do not want that situation to happen in the future. So all of you, as you reciprocate with us, we accept this reciprocation and we also give this reciprocation. So I've thought a great deal about this initially when it was requested to me. And there is a need for it. And we also thought that we have to keep things open, where by Shiksha is very open. It is through the disciple who follows the Shiksha. So tomorrow you may reject us, no problem. You can reject us and leave. No problem. You see. So nobody is bound by anything. You see. And it is also true that those who are not part of this program, who have not benefited from this work, the services that has been done, who do not understand these things, they may misunderstand this whole process. They may criticize also. So as you all understand how Avinash Krishna Prabhu and Saraswati Mataji, they studied, they understood, and they preached as it is. And we can see their preaching in all of you being so serious and so nice, understanding the mood properly. So all credit goes to them. They are your first Shiksha Gurus. And that is very important. This is a fact. What we had requested so long ago in our Newland Community Center, where I had thought about it and said, this is how we are going to preach on your own and bring devotees who are ready to the head office program. That's how they did. So he would also tell me, Avinash, that, okay, these devotees are not ready as yet. I'll make them ready before we bring them here. So this is the work they've done. So credit goes to them. And I'm sure the same thing is with G Prabhu also and Sri Prabhu also. Those service and efforts also will manifest in some day, shape, and form. They're already doing in their own pace. We must understand these things also, that devotional service is nobody's monopoly. Everybody has to perform devotional service. It is our birthright. Yes, we have forgotten about it. So we have been taught, reminded. And that's it. Nobody has got anything else to say. Only this is how it is, only that how it is. That's not the case. Yeah. So also remember this point that it is again a wrong thing to understand that only those people, those devotees who are engaged in the temple only, full-time, they call full-time devotees. Of course, they are great. All glories to them. We have nothing. We are not criticizing anything. We are nobody. But our history says that, of course, there are pure devotees from there also who are full-time devotees. But most of them are outsiders. Tukaram Maharaj was not a full-time devotee. He used to go to the temple. There's Mirabai, the Narsi Mehta, all of them. So nobody has a monopoly on this. That's what we're trying to say, nothing else. Anybody can be pure devotee. Anybody has to perform pure devotion service. So this point should never be forgotten. And as we accept today, you are going to make your prayers. We are just reminded by this prayer of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam vajagatisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishware bhavatad bhakti rahaitu kitvai. So we no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do we desire beautiful women, nor do we want a number of followers. We just want a causeless devotional service, birth after birth. So this is how you will have something to look upon when tomorrow you choose your path on devotional service. Yeah. And you will see, okay, this is how it was done, it was not done. And uh, yeah, so it is very, very significant that we teach you in the right way, in the way that um, what Guru Maharaj would like, although with imperfection, with all our inabilities. And I would like to say one thing very clearly that whatever you all are going to pray, you may say this. I request you to pray to Guru Maharaj and Prabhupada, and then. But any quality that I have got, any good qualities, they are only by the extreme kindness mercy of His Holiness Mahavishnu Gosai Maharaj Srila Gurudev. And every wrong quality or wrong thing that I do is because of me. So full credit goes to Maharaj and full debit comes to me. And this is a fact. It is not some emotional point. This is how it is. It's a fact. And we expect that tomorrow, if the parampara continues, you will do the same. And always respect your elders, your Siksha Gurus, who Siksha Gurus, who Siksha Gurus. If I have my own wish and prayer that we want this to continue so much infinitely, serious Siksha Gurus, taking devotees back to Godhead with the teachings. And with complete transparency and freedom, they can do whatever they want to do. This is how it is. So, whatever you pray today, it is an offering from me to Guru Maharaj. There is no credit to me. When I say that, then any amount of glorification which is for me, it is my ears are shut. And I quietly pray to Guru Maharaj and offer all of you at Guru Maharaj's Divan Lotus feet. Because ultimately it is Srila Gurudev's mood of service to Srila Prabhupada. That's what we are following, trying to follow to the best of our abilities. And others of my God brothers, God sisters, they are doing much better than me. That is correct. So we have this parampara now. We are doing it. Maharaj are engaging us. So let's continue. Okay. So before we start, I would like to request all of you to please consider these points. As I told you, we completed our prayers. So please, and then I would like to speak for a few minutes, for some time, if there's a time after the offerings are done. Is it okay? And then we'll have a discussion nicely. So please feel free. Who would like to go first? And others can join in. Don't make me repeat this. Avinash, who can be MC also, I do not mind. So encourage everybody to speak. You can do so, perfectly all right with me. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhu, Her Grace Puntpanga Devi Dasi Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Samarvatish Prabhu, and thank you all the devotees. I have not prepared myself, Prabhu, and I have not thought about MC and all that, but I've seen you and I've seen your family for a long time, and I can vouch for it, and that you have been very transparent, very honest, and I have never seen you in a low mood or but like people like me get um, uh, demotivated or not doing this or that. That's the best quality which I have seen, and that's kept us going. That no, there is a hope. There is hope for us, and I've seen you from very early stage of my devotional life, and from conducting small program at your place and then to the center and the public programs, and we have done big programs. We have done invited a lot of people. We have done book distribution, those road places in the marketplaces. I remember that when you, me, and Krishna Prabhu went to New Market to do a book distribution, and you were preaching with that. So all those things are very fresh in my mind. I don't know how that happens. So and similarly, I remember Mataji have done a lot of service personally to my family. So I know my situation is different, my constitution position is different, but whatever is happening today or happened today or will happen today, it has a lot of impact of your personal interest in my devotional life. So probably I'll keep talking to you, but I wanted to say these words and say thank you to Prabhu for listening to us and giving us time and platform and opportunity and ability to not ability to actually make us be able to say like this. And yeah, I've traveled with you. I've been to Rajkot. I've been to many places. We have done a lot of things together. And now I want these young devotees to feel the same way and progress and take advantage. It's a different ball game altogether now, the way we used to do, and now the way we are doing. The whole socio-economic environment has changed. And we all are here because of ISKCON. We some went there first there, but now the things have changed. The way again, we are not here to judge or say anything, but it's 100% sure. I was talking to devotees here, but if this was a time, and I have been given this opportunity to get initiated with something like this, probably I would not do it because I don't feel it. And when I started following you from very early stage, the reason was my heart was saying to me to follow you. It was not a logical decision that okay, I will do this, I will not do this. So I have been as I've told you, I think more from heart than from mind. So that's why I keep doing stupid things. And thank you for tolerating, Prabhu. And thank you to all of you devotees. Please take this opportunity. Don't give up. Make your life and yeah, and go back to Godhead. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
बोला गुरुदेव की जय।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, His Grace Amrush Prabhu, Our Grace Moon Pragya Devi Dasi Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhu for allowing us and giving us this chance and training and tolerating us. So, yes, Prabhuji. And thank you, His Grace Avinash Prabhu, for your kind words and nice offering. His Grace Amrish Prabhuji always is saying that I'm nobody, and that's another way of teaching how, and it shows how humble Prabhuji is, that he may say that he's nobody, but for us, or for me especially, he's bona fide representative of Guru Maharaj. So, yes, Prabhuji. I written the formal offering that I would like to read. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada, all glory to Srila Gurudev, all glory to Shishi Gauranga. Namo Om Vishnupadaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimate Mahavishnu Goswami Tinamine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve, Gauravani Parcharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi, Paschatya Desha Tarine. नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारणे ओम अज्ञानम तिमिरंधस्य ज्ञानंजना शलाकया चक्षुर्मणितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Shila Gurudev ki jai. His Grace Amrish Prabhu ji ki jai. Hare Krishna WECAN ki jai. Dear His Grace Amrish Prabhu ji, please accept my humble obeisances unto you. I pray to Guru Maharaj on this special day of your appearance day for your good health and long life, so we keep receiving your nice guidance and training in devotional service. Thank you, Prabhuji, for giving me and my family the shelter of the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev. Thank you for all the hard work which you, along with Her Grace Purn Pragya Devi Dasi Mataji and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Das Prabhuji, have put into changing our lives. You have taught us how to read scriptures, how to make notes, how to prepare realizations, how to perform arti, and how to do chanting, and how to pray to Srila Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada. You very kindly have tolerated my foolish mistakes, bad habits, and ignorance. You have always taught about you always thought about me and remember me in your prayers. I know this because whenever I get defocused, I receive call from you and you asking me how things are. And after that, I come back on track. It's like you just know when I need guidance. This is the level of care and affection I have received from you. I remember how expertly you protected us from the beginning till now for our betterment. I always felt at home in Hare Krishna weekend shelter. When I was new, I remember Mataji always used to take care of me and give me prasadam and in our Saturdays program after the program. And even sometimes you used to drop me after the program. So that's the personal touch or personal care you have given me. You always taught me like your child. Sometimes you chastised me also, which is actually a boon for me. As Srila Prabhupada says in one letter, that a shishya or a disciple means one who accepts the disciplinary action given by the spiritual master. Even although sometimes a spiritual master chastises his disciple as a fool or rascal in fatherly affection, it doesn't mean necessarily that the disciple is a fool or a rascal. A sincere disciple feels it pleasurable when his spiritual master chastises him with calling him such names as fool and rascal. The point is that for me it shows that you haven't forgot about me. I am fool and unintelligent, which I know, but you correcting me, that is enough for me, that you accept me as your servant. So this is how you picked me up from the gutter and connected me to Srila Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada. I always seen Srila Gurudev in you, and we receive instructions of Guru Maharaj as it is from you. I feel the presence of Guru Maharaj in my life because only of you. You are my Siksha Guru, and I would have been lost in this material pool if you didn't hold my hand and provided me the shelter. So I am eternally grateful to you for what you have done for me and my family. I can't even imagine going somewhere else. There is no need to go here and there when all the sublime and uncontaminated knowledge we are getting from you. It is not easy to conduct programs day in, day out, despite having so many problems like family problems, work problems, your health problems. But you didn't stop and followed Guru Maharaj's order to preach. This shows the sincerity and loyalty to Guru Maharaj. I remember one point you have explained from Srila Prabhupada's book, Teachings of Lord Kapila, that transcendentalists who do not find very easily in this world. Mother Devahuti had access to all the higher planet beings and demigods, but still she didn't have the access to these transcendentalists. They are not among the big people. You have no you have to search it out. Once you find them, do not leave them. Value their association. So you are such a valuable personality in our lives, not just spiritually, but materially also. You have always guided me, and I have found stable situation to cultivate my devotion service. यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादान् नगति कुतोपि धायनस्तु वंस्तस्य यस्य त्रिसन्ध्यं वंदे गुरो श्री चरणारविंदम. By satisfaction of the spiritual master, the supreme personality of Godhead becomes satisfied. And by not satisfying the spiritual master, there is no chance of being promoted to the plane of Krishna consciousness. I should therefore meditate and pray for his mercy 3 times a day and offer my respectful obeisances unto him, my spiritual master. So if you, my Siksha Guru, are satisfied, then Guru Maharaj are satisfied. And if Guru Maharaj are satisfied, then Srila Prabhupada are satisfied. And if Srila Prabhupada are satisfied, then Krishna are satisfied. So this will be my perfection of life. Thank you, Srila Gurudev, for sending your loyal and sincere servant to save us and lead us through this material jungle. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, for training me and tolerating me and giving me the shelter. Please forgive me for my mistakes and offenses, as you always do. Your insignificant, humble servant, Sanjeev. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Shri Gurudev ki jai.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sorry to jump in. Yeah, I've seen. Thank you, Sanjeev Prabhu, for sharing your realization so nicely. And I've seen you your journey into Krishna consciousness when you came first time. Then you went to South Island somewhere. Then you went somewhere. Then you came back, but you never gave up. And you have been very nicely following mood of Amrish. I think one of the best way of the how what Amrish likes and how things work, and that's why you have been able to stick around. And that's how, because we have seen a lot of people coming and going also. So yes, Sanjeev Prabhu, you are absolutely right in glorifying Amrish Prabhu, and I fully agree with you. And Amrish Prabhu, I have not normally I speak to these devotees in Nagpur and in India that how do we write these offerings, but this time I've not done it. So please tolerate them if they have done some mistakes. They keep asking me question, but purposefully I have not done this so that they can get so that you can understand their mood correctly. Otherwise, it looks manipulated. It looks that so it's not that I don't want to do it. I definitely do it, but let us hear from them what they have to show. Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. And thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhu, for allowing us to uh, actually prepare and do our offering on your uh, auspicious Transcendental Appearance Day. So I have also prepared the formal offering, so that I would like to read. Hare Krishna, dear His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, please accept my humble Dandavat pranams. All Guru Srila Prabhupada, all Guru Srila Gurudev, sorry, all Guru Shishi Gaurang. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Mahavishnu Goswami Namne. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namne. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarini. Om Ajnana Timrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Ulmitamena Tasmai Sri Gururve Namah. Sorry. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Dear Amrish Prabhu, on this auspicious day of your appearance day, all glories, all glories, all glories to you. I'm not qualified soul to write an offering on such an occasion, so please kindly forgive my mistakes and please accept my humble offering. Thank you, Prabhuji, for accepting us in Hare Krishna WECAN program and training us for last 15 years. We're very grateful to you for offering us divine shelter of His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj and training us as per their transcendental instructions and their mood. Srila Prabhupada's teachings and devotee etiquettes and all the knowledge that is coming from our parampara. I really appreciate your tireless efforts all these years to devise various methods to encourage everyone to speak and share the practical realizations. Because of your constant encouragement, I learned to preach as per my capacity and able to start very small preaching program in Marathi. Guru Maharaj instructed those who read, they do not understand. Those who preach only understand. I practically experienced this instruction, and preaching has really helped me to understand the scriptural instruction in practical sense. Without your blessings, we have continued, with your blessings, we have continued our preaching program in Marathi. We have only few participants who are attending our program, and hopefully With your and Guru Maharaj's mercy, they will become serious on this path. Thank you for your training and vision. All credit goes to you. You have also taught us how to study scriptures and share practical realizations. You have also provided many devotional service opportunities through Krishna festivals, festival service, Yug Dharm Kirtans, book distribution, prasad distribution, etc. We are very grateful for these service opportunities which help us stay on this path all these years. I'm also very grateful to you for mentoring me in not only devotional sphere but also in my material and family matters. Thank you for protecting and training me and my family all these years. I also very thankful to Her Grace Punbagi Mataji and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhu for their causeless mercy and for guiding, training, and taking care of us, and uh, and for everything that they are doing to help us progress in our devotional service. I have realized that I am not at all qualified to preach. However, I am trying to do this on behalf of you and Parampara. Without your causeless mercy, it is not possible to achieve this. So I pray for your extreme causeless mercy as Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur instructs us in his famous prayers for the spiritual master. Yasya prasadat Bhagavad prasado Yasya prasadan nagati kutopi ध्यायन्स्तुवां तस्य यस्यास्त्रिसन्ध्यां वन्दे गुरुर्षे चरणारविन्दम्. By satisfaction of the spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes satisfied, and by not satisfying the spiritual master, there is no chance of being promoted to the plane of Krishna consciousness. I should therefore meditate and pray for his mercy 3 times a day and offer my respectful obeisances unto him, my spiritual master. Please kindly forgive my mistakes and bless us on this auspicious day so we can remain firm and progress on the devotional path. I beg you and all the devotees for forgiveness for all the offenses they have committed knowingly and unknowingly. Thank you very much for everything. Your most fallen and unqualified servant. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Gurudev ki Jai.
Sorry, Prabhu, I would again like to share something. Thank you very much, Sridhar Prabhu. And I have also seen you. You have been very serious, and yeah, and you have got all the spiritual guidance from Amrish for you and Mataji both. Have been very sincere. So Amrish Prabhu asked me to be an MC, but I'm not qualified. I thought of talking to him, but I'll keep talking to all of you some pastimes of Amrish Prabhu, okay? And I've not taken his permission. I'll be graceful, and I may repeat something which might have spoken to all of you, and I'll not take a lot of time. So when I started on the journey of Krishna consciousness, and when I was working in a corporate world, you will not believe that Amrish Prabhu came to my office. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So that's what it shows. And he was working himself. And he came and he saw and he told me a lot of things and those instructions. And I was new with my book, with mustache and all those things. And so that was one time. And I'll keep sharing those kind of pastimes where Amrish Prabhu has actually helped me and my family to be in Krishna consciousness. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you, Amrish Prabhuji. Thank you, Purnamadaji, Dashi Mataji. Thank you, Krishna Samarpan, Krishna Das Prabhuji, for allowing us to give our homages. And thank you, Avinash Prabhuji. Thank you, Shital Prabhu. Thank you, Sanjay Prabhu, for your nice homages. I also prepared some notes, so I'll read it out. Hare Krishna, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev, all glories to Sri Sri Gauranga. On this most auspicious day of your divine appearance, I bow down in gratitude and offer my humble obeisances unto you. On this special day, I sincerely pray at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, and Sri Radhakrishna to bless you with long life, good health, and unlimited strength to continue the glorious service. Please bless me to chant purely and serve sincerely and never forget Krishna even for a moment. Prabhuji, you are a living example for what it means to me is true servant of Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev. Your dedication, humility, and tireless service in training and guiding devotees like us, like me, and it shows me, it did appear to me that what really it means, your Krishna mission. Before coming under your shelter, my spiritual life was actually weak and it was not focused properly. I was chanting, but that was not with the determination. I was practicing, but wasn't in deep depth. By your mercy, care, and your encouragement, my Krishna consciousness has taken a new steps. You train me how to chant properly, how to study scriptures, how to prepare realization, and how to pray and how to serve Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada sincerely. I remember 12 years before, actually before that, like my real spiritual journey started only in 12 years before. But before that, I almost 15 to 20 places I used to go and search for something what I wanted to. I couldn't find. Only 1 year or 2 years I used to stay with them and then go away. And one fine day, I was in a temple and listening to Ambrish Prabhu's lecture. That was a feast from my CEO. And that was, I think, I still remember that Ambrish Prabhu's lecture, I'm not this body, I'm the super soul. And then I realized that, yes, this is my, this is the one actually I was looking for. And somehow one of the devotee, he approached me and I didn't really delay it. Immediately, next week onward, immediately I joined, and that has been continuously. So Ambrish Prabhuji actually tolerated me for last 12 and more years. I have not come to your standard because I know I'm not that intelligent enough to like other devotees to give preaching or giving a really good realization like what others devotees are giving. But I'm doing my capacity. I'm trying my level best to give a best out of it. But somehow maybe my age, and you also appreciated that because of my age. Sometimes it does happen, and also health is also not helping me. But one thing I remember that you always used to say me that you chant, and that has been really struck me, and then I'm continuously chanting that. So that's the only focus I actually focusing at this moment. I still remember when I was moving before coming to this program, so many programs I attended, but I hardly stayed there, maybe 1 year or 2 years. And I remember Avinash Prabhu was talking to me, and then I told him that I was many places. I was in many places, and then finally I'm here, and now I'm here for longer period. Hope. So Avinash Prabhu said, "Yeah, this is Krishna's plan." So now I realize that, see how Krishna's plan works, And yeah, so you have actually tolerated my mistakes, corrected me also with affection, and protected me. Your guidance has given me strength to see the difficulties as opportunity to depend on more Krishna. Despite of your own challenges, you never stopped preaching and serving faithfully, carrying out Guru Maharaj's order. So this sincerely has inspired me deeply. I always remember your teaching from Srila Prabhupada's teaching and Guru Maharaj's teaching. And I feel blessed that the Krishna has allowed me to find your association. So all Gurus to your divine service. All glories to your appearance day. Thank you, Amrish Prabhu, your servant. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Gurudev ki jai.
Thank you, Sopanlu, and thank you, devotees. Sorry, Prabhu, I'll keep talking about you. I don't know how many of you have seen Amrish Prabhu's work on the website and how detailed he has written each and everything. I've seen it a couple of times, then after that I thought, okay, the same thing. But the thing which is that how transparent Amrish Prabhu has been, that's the point to learn, which I'm not. And that shows the purity, that shows the sincerity, that boosts my confidence to follow this path, to follow this soul, so that we can be successful in our journey. And with all my limitation and with all my own issues, but that's the one thing. If you get time, I know you all of you go on a YouTube and do listen to lecture, but that also you will probably know so many things which probably we may not be able to tell you also. That's also very, very commendable work which Amrish Prabhu does. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much for your nice homages. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev, all glories to Shri Shri Gauranga. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale, Srimati Mahavishnu Goswaminiti Namine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale, Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshakarine. Om Agnani Timirandhasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. On this most auspicious day of the Vyas Puja and appearance day of His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, I am overwhelmed with the feeling of gratitude. By the extreme causeless mercy of Krishna, Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Gurudev, I had the good fortune of meeting His Grace Avinash Prabhuji and Her Grace Saraswati Mataji. And only through them I could connect to His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, Her Grace Purna Pragya Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Das Prabhuji. His Grace Amrish Prabhuji have been thinking about us and praying for us since before we even knew about Prabhuji. To imagine my life without the shelter of Prabhuji, Hare Krishna WECAN, and Guru Maharaj would be much, much worse than even my worst nightmare. I have never met Maharaj, and yet I feel Maharaj's shelter and mercy flowing through Amrish Prabhuji, because Maharaj is still alive through the programs of Hare Krishna WECAN and the instructions of Amrish Prabhuji. As long as I am following the instructions given by Prabhuji, I am connected by Shiksha to the whole parampara. The entire parampara has such great and transcendental personalities who have perfected their lives, and I have the opportunity to be connected to them, as long as I am following these instructions properly. If it were not for His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, I would never get this chance in a million lifetimes of being a part of something that is so much bigger than myself and everything else. Prabhuji has shown us the power of honesty and purity. I've said this many times, and I will always say it every chance that I get, that anything even remotely good in my habits, in my personality, and in my whole life is entirely to the credit of His Grace Amrish Prabhuji and Hare Krishna WECAN. And anything that is substandard and improper is because of my own ignorance and lack of intelligence. There is nothing I could have done to receive the causeless mercy of Prabhuji, and I can never sufficiently express my gratitude in words. Prabhuji tolerated me every step of the way, despite my endless mistakes, my unlimited shortcomings, and my abominable behavior. And yet, Prabhuji has set the highest standards of conduct. Prabhuji have given us the pure and undiluted knowledge coming directly from Krishna, and have made us into at least some semblance of a human being. Prabhuji have given us the sublime knowledge ever since we came in the shelter, and it is only my own stupidity that is to be blamed for not fully realizing the value of it. I remember the clear instructions that we don't need to do anything except adding Krishna to our lives, and everything happens automatically. Vacha kalpitaruvyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They are just like desire trees and can fulfill the desires of everyone, and they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. His Grace Amrish Prabhuji has spent so much time and so much consideration in taking care of me, and yet I fail every day in living up to the standard. Prabhuji, I am completely unqualified to receive your instructions and guidance. But however fallen I may be, it will be very difficult to get rid of me now. Despite being the most egoistic, foolish, and unqualified person, I have somehow received the most invaluable and precious thing in all my lives, which is this shelter, and I am determined to never let it go. I sincerely pray to Krishna, Guru Maharaj, and the whole Parampara that I eternally remain in the most sublime shelter of His Grace Avinash Prabhuji and His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, and Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji have repeatedly said that if we want to stand with him, we have to be lions. We cannot be sheep. Prabhuji have taught us to be clean and pure from inside out, and to always be bold and stand courageously against the crowd. Ever since I have come in contact with Hare Krishna WECAN, I have completely transformed as a person. I find it very hard to identify with the person that I used to be 5 years ago. This was only possible because of His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, who have always emphasized on the practical implementation of the scriptures, which brings about real change in our behavior. I hope that someday, through the realized knowledge from these teachings, I can have the courage to stand out and represent Hare Krishna WECAN and preach as per my own capacity without deviating from even a single word taught to me by His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, which is only based on the books of Srila Prabhupada as per the mood of His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj. I sincerely pray to Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada and Krishna so that I can dedicate this unworthy life in the service of my Shiksha Guru, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, and the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, for giving me this shelter, being my Shiksha Guru, and for giving me this opportunity to glorify you. Please forgive my endless offenses and mistakes in writing this offering. I just want to mention this one thing, that even for the WhatsApp message for today's program, Prabhuji have just written Homages Program. Nothing more. It's probably the shortest title given to any program. And we understand, Prabhuji, that you don't like to be anybody, but you are everything to us. And without your shelter, who knows what corner of the universe we would be rotting in. I sincerely pray to Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and Sri Krishna for your long life and good health so that you keep roaring in these programs as you always have. Thank you, His Grace Avinash Prabhuji, for giving me your most valuable time and holding my hand through every step of the way. Despite my endless defaults, you have always kept me in your shelter and tolerated me throughout all my nonsense. Most importantly, thank you for getting us connected to Hare Krishna WECAN, Srila Gurudev, and His Grace Amrish Prabhuji. I would also like to thank all the acharyas in the parampara who have intensely prayed for us to get this unadulterated knowledge. They have made sacrifices that I don't even know about, all for our sake. Thank you, His Grace Sheetal Prabhuji and Her Grace Namrata Mataji, His Grace Sanjeev Prabhuji and Her Grace Dolly Mataji for tutoring us in the intermediate program and for setting such a perfect example for us. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Jai Srila Gurudev ki jai.
Hare Krishna, and thank you, Divyanshi Mataji, for very nicely glorifying. Amrish Prabhu, you are absolutely right. And we have a lot to learn, long way to go. And I'll share one more pastime, not pastime, one more situation. When I was new to Krishna, I'm talking about 2002 and 2003. Because that's the time probably I will never get this opportunity to talk like this. And we used to go to temple when the temple was in a small place in the same campus. And I go only on Sundays to have prasadam, and that's how I got connected. That's Prabhupada formula. And there I will see Amrish Prabhu. Amrish Prabhu will not know me, I will not know him. But I remember. And the prasadam will be set outside, and everybody is serving, and Amrish Prabhu that time also singing. Yeah, he was. I said, why this? Yeah. And then after that, prasadam is finished, then the place has to be cleaned. The utensil, the pots has to be cleaned. I don't know, means most of the devotee who lived and the campus, nothing against anyone, I'm just talking of situation. Yeah, what they were doing as right or wrong is not what I'm doing here. And they will all go and play football somewhere. Yeah, oh, we have done a lot of service and we'll devotees and that's engagement. And Amrish Prabhu will be cleaning the pots. Can you believe it? So it's not something which has happened just like that. It has been there. And now we are connected. So you are very fortunate that you are connected to a soul like this. Yeah, please take most out of it. Thank you, Amrish Prabhu. Sorry, I don't know I should talk like this or not, but I'm telling you, I can write a book on our pastimes and activities, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji. Thank you, Her Grace Purna Praja Mataji. Thank you, His Grace Krishna Sanpan Krishna Prabhuji, for giving us this opportunity to share an offering. Thank you, His Grace Avinash Prabhuji, for encouraging us to write homages to His Grace Amrish Prabhuji. I felt like writing homage is not enough. I have so much to be grateful for. Thank you so much, Avinash Prabhuji and Saraswati Mataji, for connecting us to His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, and I'll be very much grateful for you, Prabhuji and Mataji. And I'm not so qualified to write homage to His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, but still I try to write homage to Amrish Prabhuji, and my parents has also written the same. Thank you so much, Avinash Prabhuji, for all the tireless effort you and Mataji has made for us to connect with Amrish Prabhuji and Hare Krishna WECAN. Thank you. I will be very much grateful for this. I can share my offering. Hare Krishna, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev, all glories to Sri Sri Gaurav. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale, Srimate Mahavishnu Goswami Iti Namine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyat Deshatarine. Dear His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, please accept my respectful obeisances unto you. All glories to your divine self. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Ajnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Please accept my humble pranam on this auspicious day of your appearance day, Prabhuji. I beg for your mercy to progress in bhakti. Me and my family are very much thankful to His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, His Grace Purna Praja Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Sanpan Krishna Prabhuji for taking so much efforts in preaching to me and my family and connecting us to Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev. I wanted to offer a prayer from our Mangala Aarti. Samsara Dava Nalanila Loka Tarnaya Karunya Ghana Ghana Tvam Praptasya Kalyana Gunalabhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam. Translation. The spiritual master is receiving benediction from the ocean of mercy, just as a cloud pours water on a forest fire to extinguish it. So the spiritual master delivers the materially affected world by extinguishing the blazing fire of material existence. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master, who is an ocean of auspicious qualities. Prabhuji, I am very much grateful for your constant guidance in the mood of Srila Gurudev. Prabhuji, your teaching have helped me and my family to take the right decision in life. Earlier, I was living without knowing the real goal of life, just chasing achievements to satisfy my ego. But by your mercy, Prabhuji, I now feel confident that I am moving in the right direction. Prabhuji, you have taught us so many practical lessons to remain enthusiastic always, that we become old only when we think we are old in the mind, and that bhakti should be kept simple. I have learned how to think, how to behave, how to read scriptures and recite verses, when to speak, when to remain silent, and how to take responsibility for my actions. You have shown me how to be humble, how to present my points in debates, how to understand Srila Prabhupada's words in a simple way, how to deal with karmis, how to eat, and what not to eat, how to be healthy. Prabhuji, you have also taught me the importance of asking question intelligently at every step. Pariprashnena sevaya. How to use time wisely, without wasting even a single moment. How to use technology for Krishna consciousness. How to observe and learn, and how to focus on my own bhakti without blaming others. Prabhuji have also reminded me of my duty towards my parents. How to hear patiently, digest knowledge, and then speak. I feel very fortunate to have received the shelter of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, and Hare Krishna WECAN family, despite my shortcomings. I am especially thankful for your valuable time with us in Vrindavan, Prabhuji. We visited many religious places before, but those memories faded away. This time, the experience was so pure that I am still relishing it. The way you explained, Prabhuji, everything in detail made me realize the true essence of Vrindavan. I had association of Srila Gurudev in Vani form, but in Vrindavan, I felt Srila Gurudev's teaching and mood reflected in you, Prabhuji, which gave me deep satisfaction. I am also very grateful to His Grace Avinash Prabhuji and His Grace Saraswati Mataji for all their efforts in connecting us to you, Prabhuji. His Grace Pundapaja Mataji and His Grace Krishna Sanpan Krishna Prabhuji. We were simply wandering here and there, but their mercy, we were pulled into the shelter of your guidance, Prabhuji, and Hare Krishna WECAN family. Thank you, Prabhuji, for giving classes every single day despite your own personal responsibilities. Prabhuji, your consistency and example strengthen my faith, inspire me to do more devotional service. Prabhuji, you always reminded us that our only real problem is to remember Krishna, and all other problems are insignificant compared to that. This instruction has given me great strength. We are also very thankful to His Grace, to His Grace Sheetal Prabhuji, Her Grace Namrata Mataji, His Grace Sanjeev Prabhuji, and Her Grace Dolly Mataji for their efforts in training us and keeping us connected to the WECAN family. Please forgive me and my family for all the mistakes we have made. Kindly continue to bless us so that we may deepen our devotion and serve Guru Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, to you, Srila Prabhupada, to you, Prabhuji, and all Shiksha Gurus with sincerity. Thank you, Prabhuji, for always tolerating me and my family. And thank you, Prabhuji, for all the tireless efforts. Your servant, Shrishti.
Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai.
Thank you, Srishti Mataji, for your homages to His Grace Amrish Prabhu. Yes, he has got big impact on all of us in our personal and professional life, through spiritual life. Yeah, in fact, start with spiritual, but that's how we understand. The other activity which I come to I'm not prepared, but these things are very fresh. And as I shared before, that in New Market we were doing books distribution. I think for the first time when Amrish Prabhu took me out to train how to distribute books on the street. I think that was first time. And me, Amrish Prabhu, and Krishna Prabhu. I think Krishna Prabhu was 8 years old, or maybe something like that. So same age group. And I was struggling to actually talk to someone and give a book. And Krishna Prabhu, the little one, will go run and give a book and come back. He was doing the most book distribution. Krishna Prabhu, remember that? Yeah. The message is that we are covered with our ego. We are covered with our ignorance that we struggle to do those basic things. So that's what has happened. We have lost that innocence. We lose that innocence. And events like this, when it is happen, means I never felt that this mood will become so nice when you will talk so nicely. That we need to get our innocence back, so that we can confidently talk about Krishna to anyone, to ourselves as well. That was very interesting situation. I remember I could do only one book, and Krishna will go and give a book and come back, give a book and come back. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, Her Grace Pun Pragya Devi Dasi Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhuji for creating this very nice platform and training us on this auspicious occasion of His Grace Amrish Prabhuji's appearance day. My heart is full with gratitude because there is so much to say, but because our life have been actually molded what Srila Gurudev's with Srila Gurudev's mercy, but personally I haven't seen Srila Gurudev for many times. Just I met him once or twice. First, when I saw Srila Gurudev was when I was very new. He visited in Auckland in someone's place, and I went just like that. I had no idea of how to behave and how to be in that kind of environment. And then second time, it was when our initiation happened. So I was very ignorant, very new, and it was Amrish Prabhuji's and Mataji's mercy that Srila Gurudev accepted us in his shelter. Those initial days when we were attending Namahat programs in Amrish Prabhuji's house, I learned a lot there because I never knew anything, and then there were very different things which were not going into my head. I was thinking, why like this, why like that, but slowly with patience and with all the love and care which His Grace Amrish Prabhuji and Her Grace Pun Pragya Mataji showed us, we learned some of it. I still lacking a lot of things. And what I realized that His Grace Amrish Prabhuji has very systematically trying to give the Vedic knowledge to us through our parampara, and always very honest, very pakka. And as Prabhuji says that honesty is the currency, that's what he wants. So we try to be honest to Prabhuji, but obviously as a human being, lack here and there sometimes. That's what we trying to inculcate the same mood in the other devotees who are following WECAN Hare Krishna. With deep knowledge and explaining the scriptures in a very beautiful way, Amrish Prabhu has tirelessly done the preaching, and he is doing. We always read this verse in our classes, and many times it has been referred as well. So the verse is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, verse 6. Savai punsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radhokshaji ahetukya apratihata yayatma suprasidati. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The supreme occupation, dharma, for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendent Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. Initially, whenever I read this verse, it was like reading and not understanding properly. But when for these long years, when I'm looking back and seeing His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, what is the meaning of uninterrupted and unmotivated devotional service? So in any situation, even if he is, like many devotees shared, he is sick or he has some family problems or anything, devotional service never stopped. Prabhuji always did his classes very sincerely. We never knew what is the problem in his house or with his health or anything. But Prabhuji never stopped, always uninterrupted devotional service and unmotivated. There was no motivation at all. Only motivation is that we become human beings, at least, not the chimpanzee or anything, as Srila Gurudev tells that when you come in the initial stages, you look like chimpanzee, but later on when you come to the classes, you become like human beings. So now the practicality of this verse I have seen, and I'm seeing how Prabhuji and Mataji have molded their lives, and it's going like Prabhuji used to say that initially your material life is in front of you and devotional life always follows, but later on the devotional life is in ahead and material life follows. So actually that is what we are seeing, we are learning, and with all these beautiful classes, beautiful verses, how Prabhuji very interestingly explaining them in the beginners class, it's different class. In the leaders group, the level is so high, the level is so different that sometimes it's very difficult to follow for us, for me especially, because many times I'm not able to sincerely do the classes due to many reasons. So when I try to think about it, I fail in many places because I can't do uninterrupted and unmotivated devotional service. But because the example is in front of my eyes, I try to, but always fail. Also, like Prabhuji says that the motto of WECAN Hare Krishna is give Krishna a chance. So that is such a beautiful motto. Always, if I'm in difficulty or anything, always remember that, and that is the thing which always makes me come out of it. So thank you, Prabhuji, for serving all the devotees, for giving so much time and patiently tolerating me. And I just pray to Srila Gurudev that this service of yours is always uninterrupted and unmotivated. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Srila Gurudev ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Her Grace Sarvasiddhi Mataji, for sharing your realizations. And I do remember, you very humbly saying that you're not up to the mark in these things. But one thing I can say about Saraswati Mataji is that you will have no duality with her. Whatever is in her heart is in her, in her dealings. And that is what I really like about her. There is no motive, there is no hidden agenda, nothing. Whatever is in her heart, she will speak. So it's very nice. It's very easy to deal with people like that. And very loyal and very honest. And I think the person who has supported us so much, so I would also like to thank you. I mean, I can share one thing about Avinash Krishna Prabhu and Sarvasiddhi Mataji, that initially when they were planning to start in our programs at that time, when you don't know what to expect. So we were in a I can say in a, how do I say, we were at somebody else's home, and it was a different situation where there was a bit of not understanding what was the expectation. But the resolution was so clear. Avinash Krishna Prabhuji and Sarvasiddhi Mataji, they called my Prabhuji, and this is the starting, like we don't even know each other. And I remember this. And the intention, there is no problem. So that is how I always feel with her, that the support is unconditional always. And I think the effort, I really, really appreciate the effort that is from both the sides, the reciprocation. For relationship, for any kind of relationship, there has to be reciprocation. So I like that the dealings are honest, and there is nice reciprocation. So thank you very much, Mataji, for all your support, your association through all these years, and all your honesty and loyalty. Hare Krishna. Very, very blessed to have you and Prabhuji.
Same here, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Hare Krishna, Amrish Prabhuji. First of all, I would like to thank you very much for allowing us to say our homages. This is the first time how we doing this formal way, and I'm so glad that you allow us, you give us permission to do so. So let me start my homages. Dear Hare Krishna, dear His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev, and all glories to Shri Shri Gauranga. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Mahavishnu Goswami Iti Namine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Dear His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, I'm deeply grateful to you for bringing me to the path of Krishna consciousness. You are the first person to introduce me to the devotional life, and I will always remember and cherish that. You have always been kind, tolerant, and caring towards me and my family. Even when I made mistakes, you corrected me gently and helped me understand what was right. You constantly encouraged me in my devotional service and reminded me of my eternal connection with Krishna. Whenever I faced difficulties, whether in material life or in spiritual practice, you were always there to guide and support us. You helped us make the right decision and remain focused on our spiritual goals. You have given us both practical and spiritual solutions and ensure that I continue walking the right path in Krishna consciousness. I can truly feel your love and care in every instruction and piece of guidance you have given to me. as Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 35. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. Prabhuji, you have taught me with patience, answered my question, and always guided me with sincerity. Though your mercy, through your mercy, I have received the shelter of Srila Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, and Sri Sri Radha Giridhari. I feel truly blessed to have you in my life. I would also like to express my heartfelt thanks to Her Grace Krishna Program Mataji, His Grace Krishna Samarpan Prabhuji for their constant guidance and support to my family in helping us progress on the path of Krishna consciousness. At the end, I pray to Sri Sri Radha Giridhari to bless you with a healthy and long life so that many more souls like me may come under the shelter of their Lordship through your teachings, Srila Gurudev's instruction, and Srila Prabhupada's mission. Prabhuji, I sincerely request you to please forgive me if I have made any offenses while writing these homages. Once again, I wish you a very happy Vyas Puja. With deep gratitude and respect, your fallen servant. Hare Krishna.
Shri Gurudev ki jai.
Hare Krishna, and thank you, Namrata Mataji, for sharing your relation about Amrish Prabhu. You are absolutely right. I remember those days when I have to pick you from the temple and drop you to your place. Sita Prabhu was studying or in somewhere, and you were new to the country. But believe me, all those instructions where I pick you, drop you, what I do with you were coming from Amrish Prabhu. This was not my intelligence. I remember you used to tell this, but he will tell me that all those things, how we deal with the devotees, how we actually talk to them, how do we guide them. So that all was coming from him, and then I'll tell him what happened with you, and then he will. Then that was so. That time I never understood, but the more we spent time, and as all those experience came very handy when I was in India for Krishna's mercy or Maharaj mercy for some time. And that I could connect with devotees. I have all those experiences of talking to new people, families, devotees, demigod, this, that. All those we have very lot of instructions. So interaction with Amrish Prabhu, and all those experiences came very handy when I was doing some kind of service in India. So yes, that's very important quality, Mataji. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
नमस्कार। अमरीश प्रभु, आपने हमारी जिंदगी में एक नया दौर दे दिया। आपने हमारे बच्चों को जिस लाइन पे भेजा, हमको भी उसी लाइन पे आना पड़ा, और उसी लाइन से हम सुखी हो रहे हैं। मेरी तबीयत ठीक हो रही है, और आपका मेरे ऊपर बहुत बहुत आशीर्वाद है, और हमारे बच्चों को आपने बहुत अच्छी लाइन दी, इसलिए आपको हमेशा याद करती हूँ। कभी मौका मिले तो आपको लड्डू और चूड़ा बना के भेजूं। आप हमारी प्रार्थना करते हैं, बहुत अच्छी बात है। मैं भी चैटिंग करती हूँ, और मुझे उस पर विश्वास हो गया है, और मैं जहाँ तक हो सके छोला माला करने की कोशिश करती हूँ। नमस्कार।
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, प्लीज आशीर्वाद दीजिए कि मैं कुछ भक्ति कर पाऊँ। हरे कृष्णा।
आपका आशीर्वाद और ये प्रभु जी का आशीर्वाद से हमारे बच्चे अच्छे लाइन पे, सबसे बड़ी खुशी की बात है।
हरे कृष्ण।
वो अविनाश कृष्ण प्रभु की मेहनत है, उनका आशीर्वाद है, और आप लोग जैसे
उन्होंने दी है, उनका तो आभार मानते ही। हर इतवार को मैं बैठी रहती हूँ, सुनती हूँ इनका सब बोलते हैं, तो गीता के अध्याय का बस आपका आशीर्वाद बना रहे।
बस हरे कृष्णा। आपके लड्डू और चूड़ा तो मैं याद करता हूँ ना।
जरूर ऐसा मौका और
बहुत
आवे, मैं बना के भेजूं। अभी मेरे में है सामरस बनाने की।
जय हरे कृष्ण।
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्ण।
विलिंग कृष्ण कृपा से, बहुत धन्यवाद। हरे कृष्ण। बस शुभ दीजिए मुझे। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण।
शिला आपने प्रभु जी ओम अज्ञानम तिमिरालस्य ज्ञानांजन शलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। मैं घोर अज्ञान में पैदा हुआ था और मेरे गुरु, मेरे आध्यात्मिक गुरु ने ज्ञान की मशाल से मेरी आंखें खोली। मैं उन्हें सादर प्रणाम करता हूँ। हरे कृष्ण अमरीश प्रभु जी, क्या माता जी, अविनाश कृष्ण प्रभुदास जी और सर्वसिद्धि माता जी और कृष्ण समर्पण कृष्णदास प्रभु जी, सभी को मेरा प्रणाम। आपने मुझे यहाँ पर आने का मौका दिया, बोलने का मौका दिया, उसके लिए मैं सभी का तहे दिल से आभार मानता हूँ। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेव महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। अमृतदास प्रभु जी, पूर्ण प्रज्ञा देवी माता जी, अविनाश प्रभु जी, सर्वसिद्धि माता जी और कृष्ण समर्पण दास प्रभु जी को हम सबके सानिध्य में, आप सभी प्रभु जी और माता जी के आशीर्वाद से हम आपके सानिध्य में हरे कृष्ण वीकेंड में हमें और हमारे सभी बच्चों को स्थान मिला। आपने हमारे परिवार को इस जन्म के साथ साथ अगला जन्म भी सफल बना दिया। हम अभी तक इधर उधर भटक रहे थे, जैसे कि एक गीता में श्लोक है, कार्पण्य दोषोपहत स्वभाव पृच्छामि त्वाधर्म सम्मूढ़ चेता यच्छे निशा निश्चिन्तं ब्रह्मि तन्मे शिष्यत्यतेहं शादिमा त्वा प्रपन्नम्। आपने प्रभु जी हमें सही राह पर लाकर हमारा जीवन सफल बना दिया। अम्बरीश प्रभु जी को जन्म दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। आपका आशीर्वाद हमेशा हमें प्राप्त होता रहे। अविनाश प्रभु जी ने हमें सभी नागपुर वासियों के परिवार में हरे कृष्ण संकीर्तन का जो अलग जगाया, वह बहुत ही हमारे और हमारे बच्चे और सभी परिवारजनों को इसका बहुत लाभ मिल रहा है। हम उनके सभी ऋणी रहेंगे। आप अम्बरीश प्रभु जी, आपने जो न्यूजीलैंड से हमें और सभी परिवार को जो भी ज्योति जगाई है, उसके प्रकाश में हम सभी नागपुर वासी अलंकृत हो रहे हैं। आपका आशीर्वाद और आपका स्नेह इसी प्रकार मिलता रहे, इसी आशा के साथ हम सभी की ओर से आपको जन्म दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। आपके सेवक श्रीमती कृष्णा देवी माता जी, प्रभा देवी, मनमोहन पुरोहित, सृष्टि माता जी के पालक। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्णा। मेरे लिए प्रार्थना कीजिए प्लीज। हरे कृष्णा कि मैं गुरु माँ की सेवा करता रहूं। बहुत धन्यवाद। हरे कृष्णा। कृष्ण जी। हरे बोल माता जी। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, मनमोहन प्रभु एंड प्रभा माता जी, और आप लोगों ने जो रिलेशन शेयर किया, हार्ट फेल्ट, और जो भी आपने बातें कही वो एकदम सच है। और मैंने वहाँ जो भी किया वो वही किया जो मैंने सीखा, कुछ भी दिमाग नहीं लगाया। अगर मैं वही जो अमरीक को कहना ज्ञानी लगा तो ज्ञान यहाँ का था, और जो बेवकूफ़ी थी वो सब मेरी खुद की। तो मैंने ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं किया जो मेरा खुद का था। तो all glories to अमरीश प्रभु एंड हिज फैमिली। एंड वो जो आप लोग महसूस कर रहे हैं वो वहीं से आ रहा है, मैं कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ उसमें। थैंक यू। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, for allowing us to share our homages to you. And thank you, Her Grace Purna Padma Mataji and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Gurudev. All glories to Shri Shri Gauranga. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Mahavishnu Goswami Namane. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Picharne Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Pashad Deshvani. Dear His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, please accept my respectful obeisances unto you. All glories to your divine self. Om Agyanati Mirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Please accept my humble pranam on this auspicious day of your appearance, Prabhuji. I beg for your mercy to progress in bhakti. Your role in my and my family's life is very significant, Prabhuji. All our activities are centered around Hare Krishna WECAN. Even when I say family, I immediately think about my parents and all the devotees of Hare Krishna WECAN. Because of you you have kindly accepted us into this family. No words can come out of my dull mind that are sufficient to be grateful to you. I have been extremely casual with my life, and you have kindly helped me pick me up from this gutter by your instructions and association. I never have imagined, like in my wildest dream, that me and my family would be sitting like this and discussing these topics. And just now, my grandmother and Sushri Mataji and her parents, everyone have shared their realization. So I could never have imagined that this would be the atmosphere at my home. So thank you for that, Rohit. You, along with her guest Purnapadma Mataji and his guest Krishna Sampan Krishna Prabhuji, have taken care of us like your own children. You have tolerated all my shortcomings and mistakes and helped me correct it, even though I do it all over again. I remember that you had once mentioned that you kindly pray for all the devotees and their family. And I was very much astonished at first that no relatives or anyone I know thinks so much about us. It is almost impossible to find such people. I then understood that this is how causeless mercy flows. I have no capacity to offer anything to Amrish Prabhuji, nor he has ever asked anything from us. I remember the point Prabhuji mentioned that you should give more to people than you take when you meet them. When we were in Vrindavan, you had said a very nice point to us that people say to us that you are kind of people you cannot find even when you search out for them. And that's what we want you to be, like those people. It made me understand that I have potential and it is up to me to be sincere in my actions and change my habits. In Mangla Aarti, it is daily sung that Yasya prasadat bhagvat prasado, Yasya prasadat na gati kutopi, Dhyayanstuvam stasya yasyaste sandhya, Vande Guru Shri Charanarvinda. By satisfaction of the spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes satisfied. And by not satisfying the spiritual master, there is no chance of being promoted to the plane of Krishna consciousness. I should therefore meditate and pray for his mercy 3 times a day, and offer my respectful obeisances unto him, my spiritual master. So this is also the answer to the question that you had asked me, Prabhuji, on the beginners group, that why we want to do it. So I was thinking about this verse, and this was my answer, Prabhuji. And I should meditate on this point more. Only when I serve His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, I'll be able to progress in devotional service. This would purify me. Prabhuji have mentioned on multiple occasions that end goal of devotional service is more devotional service. I beg to you, Prabhuji, to kindly always engage me in the service. The motto of Hare Krishna WECAN is to give Krishna a chance. And I had given chance to everyone in my life, but when I gave it to Hare Krishna WECAN, my life's trajectory changed completely. Thank you, Prabhuji, for creating Hare Krishna WECAN, where we can systematically understand the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. There are so much efforts taken by Prabhuji and lots of hard work for the preaching activities. I should be more careful not to take these things casually. Thank you, His Grace Avinash Prabhuji and Her Grace Sarvasiddhi Mataji. Without them, I could not be here, and for introducing us to His Grace Amrish Prabhuji. And thank you, His Grace Sheetal Prabhuji, Her Grace Namrata Mataji, His Grace Sanjeev Prabhuji and Her Grace Dolly Mataji for tutoring us and helping us all. And please forgive me for my shortcomings and my mistake, Prabhuji. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Your servant too.
जय। श्री गुरुदेव की जय।
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev, all glories to Sri Sri Gaura. Dear His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, please accept my respectful obeisances unto you. All glories to your divine self. Om Agyanti Mirandhasya Gyananjan Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruvai Namah. Dear Amrish Prabhuji, please accept my respectful obeisances unto you. All glories to your divine self. Please accept my humble pranam on this auspicious day of your appearance, Prabhuji. I beg for your mercy to progress in bhakti. Your role in our family is very significant, Prabhuji. We are thankful for showing us the divine path of Krishna Bhakti. Till now, we were in ignorance and darkness with false knowledge. But after your guidance and WECAN activities and association of devotees, our life has changed. Prabhuji, you have taken care of our children the way a father and spiritual guru does. We are very thankful to you. Personally, we experienced the peace and satisfaction level after chanting and reading books of Srila Prabhupada. We are very thankful to you along with Her Grace Purna Prajna Mataji and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Das and Avinash Prabhuji and Sarvasiddhi Devi Dasi Mataji for taking care of our family. Please forgive us for our shortcomings and mistakes. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Amrish Prabhu jai. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण। जय। श्री गुरुदेव की जय। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। हरे कृष्ण। मुझे आशीर्वाद देते रहिए कि मैं आगे बढ़ूँ इस पर्ची से। हरे कृष्ण।
प्रेम प्रभु आप भी कुछ बोलेंगे कि हो गए ज्वाइंट है? जी प्रभु जी। मैं नहीं बोल पा रहा हूँ। कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है। अमरीश प्रभु को जन्मदिन की मैं बधाई देता हूँ। हरे कृष्ण। थैंक यू पूनम माता जी एंड प्रेम प्रभु फॉर शेयरिंग रियलाइजेशंस। आप लोगों ने जो बात करी, one more thing I remember from Amrish Prabhu's interaction with me, which I can connect with you, particularly Pradyum's parent family, is when I was in your place and in your temple, all the demigods were there, no? They were still there when I, all goes to them, nothing against them, but this is how we follow. And then I was very strongly said, no, they should not be there. No, you will go this temple, that temple. And I was very adamant, no, you should only focus on Krishna. So that inspiration also came from Amrish Prabhu. And none of you would know that when Amrish Prabhu came to my house after, I'll share one more story, early stage, because those are the stories you probably I may not get a chance to share again, or maybe. So I had, my mother has given me a lot of demigods, no? When you go to New Zealand, do this, do that prayer. And Amrish Prabhu very nicely came and removed them. Okay, and I accepted it. So that confidence showed me. I know a lot of parents in Nagpur say they feel fearful. How we can do this? Why not do this? Why? Kyun nahi kare, kya kare? But that inspiration came from that. That had happened. I think I'm talking about 2005-06. Yeah, and then what I do with this, and Amri very nicely guided it, and it explained me why we do like this. So same thing. I've done this with you, and I hope that you have understood that mood. What is the mood? That's again very important instruction which I took it from there. Thank you, devotees. Thank you, Abhishob. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, Her Grace Purna Pragya Mataji, His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhuji. His Grace Avinash Prabhuji and Her Grace Sarvasiddhi Devi Dasi Mataji for guiding me. Thank you, Prabhuji, for accepting our request to pay our homages. Thank you, Avinash Prabhuji, for training us and motivating us. It's all because of His Grace Avinash Prabhuji's grace that I am able to give this homage and purify myself. It is for my own benefit. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev, all glories to Shri Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale, Srimati Mahavishnu Goswami Niti Nama. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale, Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishvesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatara. Om Ajnana Tirnandasya Jnanandana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes, the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. On this most auspicious day of this Amrish Prabhuji's appearance, I offer my humble pranams at Amrish Prabhuji's lotus feet. I beg your causeless mercy, Prabhuji, so that I may progress steadily in my bhakti. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, for changing our lives, my life. If it were not Hare Krishna WECAN, I would have been no better than a hog, wallowing in mud and dirt of this material world. Even now I remain in that, but because of Hare Krishna WECAN, I have hope that a fallen like me can also change. The rays of Krishna consciousness have entered my life and my family's life, and I am deeply grateful of Prabhuji that came into our darkened lives like a bright sun, just as the rays of Surya Narayan dispel darkness. The rays of Hare Krishna WECAN, the Maha Mantra, and devotee Sangha are cleansing the dirt and mud within our hearts. Hare Krishna WECAN has not only taught me devotion, but it has made me a better human being, gradually shaping me towards becoming a first class man. Without this sword of transcendental knowledge, without protection of parampara, I would have been easily cheated in Kali Yuga due to my lack of intelligence. I was like a fly hovering from one place to another. But by Krishna's mercy, by Gurudev's mercy, I came in contact with Pradyum Prabhuji, and through him, I got in contact with His Grace Avinash Prabhuji, whose classes gave me satisfaction and taste of Krishna consciousness. Through my Shiksha Gurus, I received this knowledge in mood of His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj. We are not only being taught philosophy, but its practical implementation in our day-to-day life. Not just katha, but being encouraged to research and read ourselves, study ourselves, think critically, and even motivated to ask questions by our mentors. This systematic knowledge is what has kept us all, and this is all because of my Shiksha Guru's effort and causeless mercy. There is no intelligence of my own. Thank you, Prabhuji, for accepting me and my family and for imparting this life-changing knowledge flowing through the authentic parampara, bringing us the mercy of Srila Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji have always been a role model, always encouraging us to progress in bhakti. Prabhuji's causeless mercy and selfless efforts are beyond what I can even phantom to repay, even after countless lifetimes. I admit, because of my own laziness and excuses, sometimes I have skipped classes, but I have never seen Prabhuji take a break or classes not happening. This tapasya being done for our benefit, with no desire for personal gain, only pure bhakti towards Guru Maharaj and Guru Parampara. Thank you for constantly praying not only for us devotees, but even for our family members, Prabhuji. Such selfless concern is very rare in this material world. Please keep this causeless mercy upon us. I bow down to His Grace Purna Pragya Mataji, His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhuji, His Grace Avinash Prabhuji, and Her Grace Sarvasiddhi Devi Dasi Mataji, His Grace Sheetal Prabhuji, Her Grace Namrata Mataji, His Grace Sanjeev Prabhuji, and Her Grace Dolly Mataji for their continued blessings and guidance. I want to share one verse. Tadvidhi pranipatena परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ये ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. I surrender myself unto your guidance, Prabhu, begging you to help me escape the cycle of birth and death. I know it is up to me to flap my own wings and make effort, but without your mercy, Prabhuji, and without the shelter of Hare Krishna WECAN family and my Shiksha Gurus, I cannot do it alone. Thank you, Prabhuji, for allowing us to offer our homages. It is for our own purification. Hare Krishna, your servant.
Shri Gurudev ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Om Prabhu, for showing your gratitude and offering to Amrish Prabhu. Please keep the mood like this only. And I remember when we were having class at your place, and then some devotees created problem. Then I left at Vyasasan and I said I'm going home. Yeah, and that mood again comes from Amrish Prabhu, because otherwise the confidence will not come. That's how you do it. It has to be spontaneous. It has come from the heart. And I don't think I've shared that incident with Amrish Prabhu because there's so many things happening at that time. Means when you are in a Vyasasana, you are talking about Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, and if something materialistic happen and you have to talk about those things, which defames the scriptures, the pure devotee, the Vyasasana, what you are doing, then it's better to go. If you cannot do anything, then you can walk away from that place. That Vaishnava Prat, to avoid that path. So that's very important. Hopefully you all understood that mood. And that again comes from Amrish Prabhu, that confidence to do things. Yeah, that's another quality which Amrish Prabhu has inculcated in me. Thank you. Keep it up, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Amrish Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev, all glories to Shri Shri Guru. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Mahavishnu Goswami Iti Namine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Desh Tarine. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namo. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. On this auspicious occasion, I offer my deepest gratitude to you, Amrish Prabhuji. Whatever I try to do is very small compared to the immense guidance and shelter I have received through Hare Krishna WECAN family. By the mercy of His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, Her Grace Purna Pragya Mataji, His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhuji, and also my mentors, His Grace Avinash Krishna Prabhuji, Her Grace Sarvasiddhi Mataji, and all the mentors of Hare Krishna WECANs, I have gained both philosophical understanding and the practical process to apply devotional service in my life. On behalf of myself and my family,
I offer my heartfelt gratitude to you and your guidance. I especially remember the Vrindavan Yatra this year, the previous year, was filled with deep learning, realization, and blessings. And that will carry forever. I fondly remember the exercises, one word, one thought, and the dinner table discussion that I will never forget throughout my life. The yatra was enlightening and very practical. I am deeply in debt with the knowledge and the mercy given by His Grace Avinash Krishna Prabhuji and Her Grace Sarvasiddhi Mataji for connecting us to the WECAN family. Even I want to thank today Mukund Prabhuji, who very first given me the chance to connect to Avinash Krishna Prabhuji. I have made countless mistakes throughout and still do a lot. I have been absent in most of the classes and I'm continuously impunctual. Despite of this shortcoming and mistakes, the Hare Krishna WECAN family has embraced me. And I always pray to always remain engaged in the service. Thank you so much, Amrish Prabhuji, and all the mentors. Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Amrish Prabhuji appearance dekhe jai. Your servant, Shuchi.
Jai Shri Gurudev ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Suchi Mataji, for sharing your relation. Yes, your family has been pioneering, establishing us, and preaching activities, Nagpur, your family, entire family means you can connected us to Pradyumna Prabhu and other devotees, and then how we that's but the power was coming from through Amrish Prabhu. That how confident I was that was from him. I remember Pradyumna Prabhu once asked me in Nagpur that Prabhuji, can we do book distribution or Sankirtan on the street or in the park? And Pradyumna Prabhu, I have not shared this story with you. When we were doing another book distribution effort in a suburb called Newlyn here, me and Amrish Prabhu were only there, not Krishna was not there. And that time I thought I can do a lot. So I was very enthusiastic and doing book and all those things. And then we found one Christian person who was not very friendly to us. And Amrish Prabhu took me aside and said that's what to do in this kind of situation. Okay. So that's why for us to be able to do those kind of book distribution on the street and preach Krishna and Sankirtan, we have to be ready, we have to be pure enough, and we have to understand where we are. So that's another story which I wanted to share with all of you about Amrish Prabhu. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Amrish Prabhuji. Please, thank you, Prabhuji, for sharing, creating a platform for sharing our homages. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, Her Grace Purna Prajna Devidasi Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev, all glories to Sri Sri Gauranga. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते महाविष्णु गोस्वामी इति नामिने नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यादि पाश्चान्देश शतारिणे. Dear His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, please accept my respectful obeisances unto you. All glories to your divine self. Om Ajnanarthimirandhasya Jnananjala Shalakaya Chakshurumlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. On this auspicious day, I beg your blessings and mercy to progress in Krishna consciousness. I am very much grateful for all the teachings and trainings His Grace Amrish Prabhuji are giving us. Prabhuji, from basic things like eating, writing, observing, and whatnot you have taught us. You have always taught us to be a human first, how to become a human. We are not even that. I was very much ignorant of what not, and so much efforts is being taken by His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, along with Her Grace Pujna Prajna Devi Dasi Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Das Prabhuji, so that we can understand the philosophy and change our lives. I still remember Prabhuji for the first time when we had a camp at Mumbai, when I was in college, full of modes and ignorance. I could not even understand many things. But what remained with me was turn your guilt into progress. I told you like I can't even do chanting. I had many n number of excuses. But you told me, do you feel guilt? I said yes. So turn that into progress. I noticed the etiquette of eating prasadam without leaving a single grain unfinished. And then later, when I joined the classes, I become a little regular. Then I can relate all those things. Like Maharaj used to say, Bhakti is also in how you organize your shaving kit. And Bhakti is so simple that you will miss it. So I wasn't observing many things. So that is the thing, I can relate it all, the teachings. His Grace Amrish Prabhuji are very kind and tolerated our foolish mistakes, protected us at every step. Although we didn't realize this until Prabhuji told us in Vrindavan, that protection is always there in our lives by the extreme causeless mercy of Guru Maharaj and the whole parampara. Like Avinash Prabhuji just told, ki some Christian person came and tell them. Similarly, in Vrindavan, some person came and was like asking them. So Amrish Prabhuji protected us, and the protection is always there. We cannot do anything on our own. And so much time and energy is invested by our Siksha Gurus, Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada, and the whole parampara. If I can't understand the books that I read, that I try to read sometimes, the recorded lectures are there. Even if I can't understand anything, I can ask Avinash Prabhuji directly. All the things are given there to us. The platform is created such nicely, presented before us, and taught us by His Grace Amrish Prabhuji in the mood of His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj. And now Prabhuji always says, final execution is up to you. We have to flap our wings alone. I want to beg your mercy, Prabhuji, so that I can stand my ground, understand the knowledge, and turn that into my daily day-to-day life, and take volunteer decision from practical knowledge whenever required. Without you and the whole parampara, I cannot move an inch. Even if I would have searched for thousands of lifetimes, I would not have found anything. It's by the mercy of Guru Maharaj that His Grace Avinash Prabhuji and Her Grace Sarvasiddhi Devi Dasi Mataji came for searching for me and picked me up from this suffering that I was enjoying, and taught me everything, tolerated my mistakes, connected me with you, and brought me under the shelter of Hare Krishna WECAN. I am eternally grateful for that. I still remember the first time, like when Pradyum Prabhuji invited me, saying someone is coming from New Zealand. I thought, okay, I should go and listen, what not. So Avinash Prabhuji was talking about good money and bad money. And I thought, money is only money. How can it be good or bad? So that thing, that was the questions, that was the thing Avinash Prabhuji taught us. And after that, he asked us many questions. And I said, why even I can't think like this? Why these things didn't pop up in my mind? So that enthusiasm kept me going, and Prabhuji so nicely teach us everything. And I remember that you taught us that the only currency we have is our honesty, seriousness, and willingness. I'll try to be always honest and follow you sincerely. Thank you, Prabhuji, for remembering us in your prayers and saving us, and for everything that I did not even deserve. Please forgive me, Prabhuji, for any mistake and offenses, and bless me so that I can continue on this path. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Your servant.
जय श्री गुरुदेव की जय.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण रवीना जी, कसे आहात तुम्ही?
छान आहे प्रभूजी.
खूप छान, खूप छान. तुझी तब्येत कशी आहे? तुमची तब्येत?
हा प्रभूजी.
You're feeling all right now?
Yes, still a little bit sick though.
Oh, it's a long sickness, huh? Don't make good friends with sickness. Yeah, please, please. Hare Krishna.
Start.
Hare Krishna, dear His Grace Amrish Prabhu. Om Jnana Timiranda. Sorry. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Mahavishnu Goswamiti Namine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nivishesha Shanavadi Pashishitanine. Om Jnana Timirandasya Nananjala Shalakaya Chakshurumalitamyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna Conscious Birthday Prabhuji. All glories to you. Thank you for encouraging and teaching me the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve and cook for Krishna. Thank you for teaching me all the prayers and different devotional services in our Hare Krishna weekend programs. Again, happy Krishna conscious birthday Prabhuji. Your servant Navina.
Jai Shri Gurudev ki Jai. Navina Mataji ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा सुभद्रा माता जी, कैसे हैं आप?
मैं ठीक हूँ प्रभु जी, आप कैसे हैं?
बस हम भी ठीक हैं, बहुत धन्यवाद। हरे कृष्णा। अच्छा लगा आपको मिलकर, आइए बोलिए।
नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते महाविष्णु गोस्वामी इति नामिने। नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। Om Ajnanam Timirandasya Ganjanjana Takshuramitamyana Tasme Shri Guru Nama. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Thank you, Ambrish Prabhuji. You have encouraged me to speak Hindi more, and you have taught me a lot about Krishna consciousness in your classes. You are an amazing teacher. If not for you, I don't think me and my family would even know about Krishna consciousness. Thank you, Prabhuji, your servant Subhadrasani. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा। श्री गुरुदेव की जय। सुभद्रा माता जी की जय।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा माधव जी, कैसे हैं आप?
मैं ठीक हूँ प्रभु जी।
बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे मिलकर। वेरी नाइस टू सी यू। हरे कृष्ण।
नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते महाविष्णु गोस्वामी इति नामिने। नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। ओम अज्ञानं तिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Thank you, Prabhuji, for all the work you have done, and you have been teaching Krishna consciousness. You have been teaching us how to do Maharaj prayer. You have been teaching us why and how Krishna consciousness is important to us. By your servant Madhav Sani.
Okay.
हरे कृष्णा। जय श्री गुरुदेव की जय। माधव जी की जय। Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Very
Guru.
nice.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, devotees, for sharing your nice relation. Thank you, young ones also. We all glorifying or sharing that special connection with Amrish Prabhu because of his some instruction, because of some his reference from the scripture. So that's unlimited power, no? That comes from the parampara that Amrish Prabhu always repeats. And in that regard, I would like to share one verse from Bhagavatam. It's a very small verse which talks about the quality of such devotees, and it's very in the beginning of Bhagavatam it talks about this, and the verse is like this: Vetatya tvam somya tat sarvam tatvatastada anugrahat bruyah snigdhasya shishyasya guravo guhyam api uta. This is the verse in the beginning of the Bhagavatam when sages are requesting Suta Goswami to start narrating Bhagavatam. And they say that why you qualify. Well, I'll go to the translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And because you are submissive, your spiritual masters have endowed you with all the favors bestowed upon a gentle disciple. Therefore, you can tell us all that you have scientifically learned from them. This is Bhagavatam. So practical, and that's all we experience today. That's all we experience today. That's how you feel it, no? And because you are submissive, your spiritual masters have endowed you with all the favors bestowed upon a gentle disciple. Therefore, you can tell us all that you have scientifically learned from them. And very small purport, it's not a big purport, which I think I would like to share that what Prabhupada has to say about this purport. The secret of success in spiritual life is in satisfying the spiritual master and thereby getting his sincere blessings. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has sung in his famous 8 stanzas on the spiritual master as follows, which you all referred, no? The morning prayer we do. I offer my respectful obeisance unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master. Only by his satisfaction can one please the personality of Godhead, and when he is dissatisfied, there is only havoc on the path of spiritual realization. So it is our duty not to dissatisfy, but to understand the relation, the instruction. Prabhupada further writes, it is essential, therefore, that a disciple be very much obedient and submissive to the bona fide spiritual master. Srila Suta Goswami fulfilled all these qualifications as a disciple, and therefore he was endowed with all favors by his learned and self-realized spiritual masters, such as Srila Vyasadeva and others. The sages of Naimisharanya were confident that Srila Suta Goswami was bona fide. Therefore, they were anxious to hear from him. So, on this auspicious day, when we are giving homages to Amrish Prabhu, that the last line we should remember and engrave in our heart. The sages of Naimisharanya were confident that Srila Suta Goswami was bona fide. Therefore, they were anxious to hear from him. That's what we have to be. That's what my take will be today. Because whatever my situation is, but I have learned a lot. And I still learn. So that's it, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Thank you, Amrish Prabhu, for tolerating me. Hare Krishna, Danda Pranam Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Avinash Krishna Prabhu, for your kind words and being the MC. Thank you very much for all the wonderful devotees for kind words. Thank you very much. As I said, if there is any good which we have done, then please pray for me, my wife, and my son. that we can do some meaningful service to Srila Gurudev in Srila Gurudev's loving devotional service to Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada's divine lotus feet. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada Vijay. I have no qualification. I will never have qualification. Na janam na janam na sundarim kavita amba jagadisha kamai. Mama janmani janmanishware bhavata bhakti rahiti tvai. This is Mahaprabhu's instructions. You have to follow it. Guru Maharaj will always say that we should have not too many disciples. Some are good. But here Maharaj is sending us so many devotees, because the order Maharaj has given me. I'm not like a fool, I'm following the order and all these things. So all credit goes to all of you. All credit goes to your first Siksha Gurus. For all of you, it is Abhinay Krishna Prabhu and Saraswati Mataji. And for others who are in the teams of Sanjeev Prabhu and for Shita Prabhu, they are them respectively. Namada Mataji Shri Prabhu, Dolly Mataji and Sanjeev Prabhu. So please remember this. It is very simple devotional service. The fool like me can do, everybody can do. And I have no qualification. When we started off, we never thought like this, but it's happening. All this is true. So what I will do is, the thing which I can do, which I'm very confident about, is all the prayers that you have offered me, I offer it at the feet of Srila Gurudev on all your behalf. So Maharaj will be very pleased with all of you, and this transparency will give you all the blessings, with whatever you need. And as you experience the presence of Maharaj in your life, experience the presence of Maharaj's blessings in your life, there is nothing much more, nothing more to be needed at all. Everything is given. So it's very, very wonderful. Now, with your kind permission, I would, if you are satisfied by this program, are you satisfied, all of you, please? All of you satisfied? Yeah, so for homages and all? Yeah, yeah, sure. Just speak to me, because I don't know, I can't see everybody. Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Very
Prabhuji.
satisfied, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
All of you are satisfied.
Yes,
Very
Prabhuji.
nice. Thank you. Then I'm satisfied, Then I'll come back to my normalcy now, I was hardly breathing all the time. So now, it's okay now. So if you do not mind, we'll just take, we'll those who are, if at all you're following on YouTube, today or tomorrow, we'll continue the program. I would like to speak a few words on this today. So that class will have a separate link. After a few minutes, we'll start again in 2-3 minutes. We'll take 2-3 minutes break. It's been 2 hours now. All of you are sitting, and we'll have a discussion. And we'll speak on something which Srila Gurudev would, whatever Maharaj inspires, we'll speak. Okay. So just give me about 2-3 minutes. I'll just have a bit of glass of water. All of you guys should take a break.